What's the most interesting revelation you've had about the opposite s*******? Their pants don't have a waist size and leg length, just an arbitrary number. The F is a size 3. Edit. I had no idea a size 3 was tiny. It was the first number that popped into my head. A size 3 is a really easy way to hide the fact that they're making these clothes with really bad measurement margins. Don't get me wrong. Putting actual measurements doesn't prevent this. I have many pairs of shorts that are all the one size in inches. But some fit and some don't. But still, it's one thing for me to say, is this or is this not 40 inches? And another thing for me to say size 3. What does that mean? I suppose it's a size 3. I tried on 3 pairs of jeans from the same store once, a 5, 7, and 9. The 5 was too big, the 7 too small, but the 9 fit perfectly. Make that make sense. And that's why I never buy clothes online. It's impossible to know how they will fit without actually trying them on. I only buy online. I dislike shopping. I find something I like that fits and looks well, and I buy the same thing in different colors or pattern. I literally own about 6 different items, but all the different colors and patterns expand my wardrobe immensely. It was decades ago, but until I lived with a woman, I had no clue how expensive bras were. I honestly thought they were like underpants, maybe $10 for a 3-pack. This made me cackle. I honestly wished I could get some nice thing bras for $10 in a 3-pack. This was really cute and innocent to me, lol. They really do rip you all off with that crazy pricing though. Right, and women's attire seriously lacks pockets. My exes and friends all complained about the lack of pocket in pants. One day I pointed out that her jeans had pockets, and she showed me that it was a dummy pocket. All I could think was, but why? Many designers are convinced that women won't buy clothing that adds bulk to hips, butts, and thighs. So pockets in those areas are designed to be small and essentially unusable except for something like a credit card or lip balm. I was a 90s kid and I still love all things with cargo pockets. We got seriously spoiled back then. Shirt buttons are on the other side, but why? Edit. Wow, crazy response to this post. It's amazing how we all go about life with something so different and not really even noticed. The wealthy used to be dressed by servants. Wait, is that actually why? That's a super cool fact. Yes, it's true. Reddit is basically a mix of utter cancer, animals, and interesting facts like this. They can withstand you lying on top of them. This made me laugh. I had a really petite girlfriend who always wanted me on top. I was really afraid I'd hurt her by lying on top of her, but on the contrary, it made her feel good. Just like a cat, you gotta squish her. Please, we've been over this. Leave my cat alone. Squish that cat. That guys don't talk about their life with each other. I grew up watching all these movies where guys were in locker rooms describing their sexual encounters. So I thought all guys did this. I was surprised to find out that they hardly ever do this. And a lot don't want you discussing it at all with anyone. Edit. Thanks for the award. Also, my notifications are crying right now. The type of guy who would talk about his life in a locker room is the type of guy who only tells lies about his life. Last night I had the S. It truly was the S of my youth. Good S. Did her breasts feel like bags of sand? Yes, she moaned with pleasure from the S. We went in for round 2. Female reproductive organs are farther down than I expected. Definitely. I always assumed they'd be where dicks are. I never knew how doing it from behind was physically possible. Funny enough, I've had to explain to a few women that dicks are way higher than they'd think. How do men not sit on their balls? I do. All the time. Apparently, women just want to vent and don't want you to fix their problems. Just listen to them and tell them you understand how it is frustrating. Edit. To people who keep commenting about the nail video, please read the comments first. 5 other people mentioned it already. I've been doing it with my GF since I learned that she doesn't want solutions, only someone to listen while she vents. I'm getting better at it, but darn if it is a draining task. One of the biggest problems my wife has had to deal with in the last 10 years happened from one of my solutions to her problems. I'm the cat in the hat of husbands. Story time. I think I was a teenager when I realized that my assumption 95% of women think they're beautiful was actually the inverse of reality. I have no idea why I thought that was the case, but I did when I started understanding people's insecurities about their appearance, men included. It changed the way I interacted with them. You really look like SH today. You look tired. You should smile. I see you're drinking to percent. Is it because you think you're fat? I learned on Reddit that they don't stick those pad things to themselves, they stick it to their underwear. I guess it's obvious in hindsight. DIY Brazilian. That feeling when one pube gets stuck in the sticky is bad enough. I can't imagine all of them being stuck. The single hair stuck on the pad, pulling on the skin, so painful. As a dude, I grew my hair really long, and the amount of hair I had to pull out of my butt while showering was shocking. Crazy that so many long-haired ladies had been pulling hair out their butts most of their lives. As a dude married to a woman with long hair, it's crazy how much hair I pull out of my butt. I was always amazed how much would be wrapped around my junk, even when we hadn't been getting busy in a while. She is marking you. It is like a hidden dog tag to warm others away. Now that I have 2 daughters, I feel weird wondering whose hair I actually just unraveled from myself. I even find their hair at work. It's all fun and games until you put her favorite bra in the dryer, even accidentally. I now want the uncanny Mr. Incredible with Level 1. Hey babe, I did your laundry while you were out Level 2. What do you mean separate whites and colors? Level 3. You're not supposed to dry those leggings. Level 4. Of course I put your bra in the dryer. How else would it get dry? Level 5. Of course I put the bras your sister gave you yesterday in the dryer. You're supposed to wash them before you use them, and I just wanted you to be able to wear them now, babe. Level 6. Why are you crying? Level 7. Just calm down. Women really want to be found interesting by someone who isn't trying to sell them something or get them into bed in the next few hours. This is true as I enter my mid-40s and have some weight padded on. It's downright refreshing to go out and about and not be seen as a S object, but to be seen just as a person you can converse with. It's so different and eye-opening being on the other side of that. It's also freeing to know that you're not at risk of being kidnapped. Like, sure, the threat is still there, but it's so much less than it used to be, and it's unbelievably freeing. This may have been why many women I 37M encountered believed that I was romantically interested in them, simply because I wanted to know who they were as people. It struck me later in life that they deal with guys who only feign interest to get something from them. That must be exhausting. Edit. There's always one of you edit too. Wait, it gets worse. Yes, this is true. It's also sad for us women too. When you think a man actually values you for your intellect, but all they want is to get in your pants, it hurts in a different way. That's especially true in the workplace. Or when they realize they're not gonna get in your pants, so they just ghost you. And you're sitting there hurt because you thought you'd made an actual friend. Longwinded. Bear with me. When I lived with male roommates and would clean the bathroom, Yeah, everything was always covered in a thin sheer of beard hair which dislike for. Price of admission of living with men. But the dust and hair around the base of the toilet was always immune to a broom. So I would have to get down and scrub. Which again, MBD, you should be scrubbing your bathroom anyways. But then I moved in with my girlfriend. And just my girlfriend. I took my first bath. And my cat walked near the base of the toilet. And I was like, buddy, no, I haven't mopped down there yet. And I looked. And it was a little dusty, but it didn't have that sticky, gross dust. And I realized, it's piss splatter. The dust is sticky and caked to the floor because of piss splatter. I felt so stupid for not realizing until that moment, and also so grossed out for every time I personally scrubbed my roommate's piss off the floor. Edit. I am a girl. It wasn't my piss. Sit down to pee and never deal with it again. As a guy, I don't understand why some guys are so protective over the concept of standing to pee. Yeah, sometimes it's more convenient, but ultimately it doesn't matter. I will only stand at a urinal. I don't have to worry about aiming. About my stream turning into a super soaker and going 3 different ways. And I get to sit down and take a breath for a minute. Literally, why wouldn't you sit to pee? Nuts move all on their own, the skin flexes and shifts and crawls up and down twitching. I read it on Reddit, called bullsh and went and inspected the spouse, was very, very surprised. I learned it in the last few years. I'm not a young person. Put your phone torch on the other side for a fun lava lamp experience. Oh, I'm so doing that next time I see my BF. For maximum effect, wait till he has just got out of the bath. Lightly blow cold air on them and watch them slowly retreat like a frightened turtle. There's a few minutes of amusement right there. As you leave to get on with your day, have a quick look back. You should see they have both turned a lovely bluish hue. Well, thank you, Lamau. I'm oddly excited to try this. I was 16-17 when I found out periods happen over time. Not an instant gush of blood that comes out at some random point over a 1-week time period. I blame adverts for panty liners where they poured all the blue liquid out at once. I mean, sometimes if you sneeze it can come out like the ads show. Or when you have been sitting for a full hour and you stand up, dislike pads. Not even tampons and pads were enough sometimes. Love the disc. No more leaks and changing every 2 hours. Glorious. Does it hurt to use and is it messy cleaning up? I've been thinking about getting one. I use a menstrual cup and you do get some blood on your fingers when you pull it out, but it doesn't hurt at all and you can't feel it. I sometimes use it right before my period starts just so I don't get my underwear stained. I wear an overnight pad when I sleep just in case because I have a really heavy flow the first 2 days. It takes a little practice like inserting a tampon properly, but once you get it down, it's easy peasy. That nothing stands the test of time in a relationship more than kindness. It can't be faked long term, it's literally the most important quality in a mate. Oh my god, upvote this. It's the hardest thing to do, especially when you are 25 years in with 2 kids. But let the smallish go and just be kind. Find one selfless thing you can do say every day to make your partner feel special no matter how you feel yourself. It comes back at you in multiples. Took me a couple years of marriage to realize, but for women crossing 23 things off their to-do list equals foreplay. I believe the term is coreplay. Women just want lunch and dresses with pockets. Girls just want to have lunch is a classic by none other than Weird Al. Don't bother with dinner breaks feast or brunch cause girls just want to have lunch. Dude, I had that album on tape. I believe it was learning that girls women actually desire as just like guys. For some reason, while growing up, many guys are under the impression They have to try to figure out how to get women to have S. Women get horny and self-pleasury too. As a woman, I think women are generally just more particular. If a man has S, he's usually going to come, even if the woman isn't very good at S. But most women need more than just the male reproductive organ going in and out in order to orgasm. Plus, there's also not knowing if a guy is dangerous or not. So, she's not just looking for a reasonably attractive, willing partner. She's trying to find someone who is willing, attractive, safe, and seems as interested in her pleasure as much as his own. Women would rather have no S than have bad S. Men would rather have bad S than have no S. Excuse me, some of us have standards to at least from what I've heard. Inversely, some of us have no standards. I was very promiscuous when I was younger and really didn't care too much if it wasn't great, as long as the guy was attractive to me. The amount of hair they shed is astounding. I have extremely thick, almost waist-length hair, and it's genuinely upsetting to everyone involved. How much hair I shed in the shower or while brushing it. One of the many reasons I only wash my hair twice a week. I'm not emotionally equipped to handle that on a daily basis. I've had colorful color for years. It's super weird to see how your hair can end up so many places. I've seen it in my dog's poop. Occasionally one of my hairs would end up in someone's food, no denying that it's mine. And hair just stays forever. Pulled a white blanket out of the dryer and I could see colors I haven't had for over a year. How? My dog constantly ends up with dingleberries attached with my hair. How? Why? How? My contribution is that women out of your league may not be looking for some Andrew Tate alpha male who drinks bull piss and gets into fights. She may actually have a crush on you and be just as shy to approach as you are. Imagine my shock when I was on a manic high and spoke to a woman I knew would never associate with. And she was the exact type of person I was looking for, and I happened to be the exact type she was looking for. Next month will be 12 years of marriage. Majority of women don't want anyone like Andrew Tate. Only massive idiots think Andrew Tate is some kind of an alpha male. Same way as idiots think Trump is an amazing businessman. The alpha male thing annoys me because it's based on a disproven study about wolves that was disproven almost immediately after it was finished. The two oldest wolves are in charge. The mom and dad wolf packs are families. That men and women have hairy A and butthole. Was taking a shower with my BF the other day. Started shaving there. He said, "Why are you shaving your butt?" I said, "Why do you think?" He told me he never knew women grew hair there. Has 27. I recently learned that there is apparently a large subsection of women that do not know you can not flush tampons. I really thought this was common knowledge, as I have seen the signs in every Eunice bathroom I have been in that say do not flush hygiene products. It seems to me that even if no one told you not to do this, the regular plumbing issues you must encounter would correct the problem on its own. Seems wild to me. I was well into my 20s before I realized those signs didn't just mean the applicators. I always thought, well, duh. Why would you flush the plastic thing? That they don't care much about our flaws like we think. Woman. Oh God, I'm getting naked. He's going to dislike my saggy breasts, my weird tummy, my stretch marks. Oh no, is he staring at my butt because he dislikes it? Man, I can't believe I get to have S with this girl. More like this idiot actually wants to have S with me. I'm a complete shambles in every way, shape, and form, and oh God, what if she wants kids? I'm a broke joke and really stupid on top of that. Jesus, I suck. It's only a matter of time until she breaks up at me and spreads around what a loser I am like. Ladies, we think all this too. It's interesting to see the difference here, in these two examples. The woman is worried about her image, but the man is worried about his worth. Probably because women are raised from childhood to believe that their imagey physical form is their worth.